I know I got the ring light behind me, but it don't matter. Today really been one of those days, or one of these days, or whatever you want to call it. Like, I really don't even feel like coming on camera because I'm not one to come on camera. First of all, I'm not one to, as Jamaicans saying, patois, chat me business. I'm not one to talk about my business, and I'm not one to share in open forums and online open forums. But I committed to this process of Vlogmas, and it's more so I'm using this as my like personal diary. So y'all just happen to have a sneak peek on the edited version of my personal diary. So with that being said, this has been a very tear-filled day. The sun has gone down, and it's been cold. We're going on week 2 of gloomy, wet, cold weather in Georgia, which is why I don't particularly care for Georgia and living in Georgia, but we there right now, so that's another story from the day. But anyway, yeah, I just been feeling hella emotional today, like very. And what I was thinking about as I was coming out the bathroom, I was just thinking about this idea of like, I've been feeling like super, extremely, intensely. I'm trying to think of words that can really, adjectives that can explain how lonely I've been feeling. Like alone. Damn. And I know that has a lot to do with just the grieving process, because I'm in the home that me and my mom shared. It's funny because this is the last house that we moved in before I left and went back to Florida for 4 years. And then I came, and then when I returned, it was under different circumstances, you know. And then also just being in Atlanta, like me and my mom moved to Atlanta together. We didn't know anybody here. Like, we moved here after my father passed away, and we just got like a new fresh start. And it was just like, it was us against the world, so to speak. And now that it's just me here, damn. Now that it's just me here, it's just like, what the hell are you still doing here, Nicole? In Georgia, I don't know, like, it ain't even just Georgia, it's just in general, like, what am I doing? Like, I hate this. I ain't gonna even front, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna even hold you. I hate this. I feel by myself. And I know all of the platitudes and all of the life lessons that people tell you about. You're never alone. God is with you. I don't feel without God. God is the only reason why I can sit up here and have this conversation with you guys and have this conversation with my camera, you know. But I feel alone. And what I was thinking about as I was washing my hands in the bathroom was like, I feel like I've been tasked with this responsibility of like creating community in an abyss. And an abyss is like this dark hole with no bottom. It's just an abyss, you know. And that's what I feel like. I feel like I am trying to create some type of normalcy, some type of like interaction, some type of something. The only word I'm trying to think of is community. Something like being around something and something alive. Like, and that shit is hard. It's something that my sister was talking about too, like how grieving alone is a whole nother ball game. At my age, of course I had the typical, how do you say, fairy tale fantasies about, you know, being married with kids by 30 or by whatever age I had in my mind. And those things have not, uh, as I've gotten older, more mature, and realized what I actually want, I still desire community. Maybe not in those typical, you know, passed down ways or those ways that they say that we should want community, but I just think about friendships. I think about family. And I know all of this is just more acute now and more in the forefront of my brain because I'm grieving. I know that. But regardless of what you know, it doesn't stop the fact that you feel, you know. And the bottom line is I just feel alone. I do. I feel like I was my mom's first child, like, so her oldest child, eldest daughter. She had 3 girls all together. And well, my mom and my father's, let me not say it like that. I was my parents' first child. And they were in their early 20s when they had me. When they got married young. They got married early. They had me early in their marriage. So they kind of like grew up with me, you know? And like I was telling my sister, now being a like 3-year vet in therapy, you know, I just realized like how much we weren't really an affectionate family. Like we didn't do a lot of hugging. It was a very loving family. Like we spent time together, but we didn't do a lot of like physical touch and love and affection and rub downs and stuff like that. So for very much of my life, it was kind of like, you stay over there, okay? You stay right over there. And let me stay over here. But now, it's like the smallest thing. Like the other night, I was just doing this, you know, giving myself some freaking soothing comfort because I was having like my neck spasms or whatever. I was just doing this. And when I tell you just that rub for myself activated an ugly cry in me, oh my God. And I told my therapist about that. She was like, yeah, your body just knows what you need. And that needed to come up and that needed to come out. And you needed that touch. And I realized, like, I need good touch. But then then that statement alone makes me think about the people that I've allowed in my space and have not allowed in my space, you know. I don't know if none of this makes sense. But anyway, the moral of the story is I feel lonely. I am grieving. Today's a very moody day. The weather outside is not making it any better. But I'm still committed to documenting my life. And this is just what it is. And I'm not going to apologize for it being boring or whatever. Because maybe this will help somebody. Maybe somebody else is going through it. I know I'm not the only one. It's like every time I turn on the freaking computer or my phone, somebody's saying RIP to somebody. And that just fucking sucks. And then a lot of times the holidays is just hard for people too because of loss or just family woes and drama. Like, damn. So yeah, this year I didn't expect my holiday to be like this, But I didn't really have any expectations for the holidays. I don't think I've had really big expectations for the holidays since I was a child, you know. And also too, I feel like after my father died, like a lot of emotions shut down inside of me. And with self-awareness and therapy and just realizing like I can't be like that, I can't be cold like that, they have not reactivated, but they have made me more self-aware of my emotions, and I feel like the floodgates are open. But then that also gets on my nerves too, because it's like, girl, why is the slightest touch making you cry and break out into a freaking ugly cry? Like, that shit in itself is annoying. But we there, and we just gonna feel the feels. And today is one of them days I'm feeling the feels. Feeling the motherfucking feels. And that's just what it is. Like, that's the video. I don't know how to wrap this up in a bow. I don't know how to give it a beginning, middle, and end. It just, this is what it is. This is how I feel. And I don't want to talk no more right now, so.